Dear Basia, it is Friday and I, as you can tell, am in a room that you may not be quite as familiar with in my house. This is I call it the sunroom. I guess it's more like a glassed-in sun porch. One of these panels actually, hang on, has a screen door attached to it. I had no idea what to vlog about this week because nothing particularly exciting happened this week. Oh, okay, I lied. We officially started posting things on Rect. It's kind of exciting. But I also talked about that last week, so I didn't want it to take over our entire vlog channel, I guess. I am here to talk about writing. Hello, school bus. So this is something that I know we do differently because I write every day. When I say write, I don't mean I write stories every day. That would be amazing, but I'm not that good. I write every day, and by write, I guess I technically mean journal. I'm an external processor, so I have to get things out of my head and onto paper if I want to try and figure out what's going on in my brain, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, especially what I'm feeling. You know I'm bad at emotions. I'm not bad at having emotions. I'm bad at interpreting emotions and knowing what to do with emotions. I have been journaling every day for almost 2 years now, and it, I think, has made a big difference. Not necessarily that anyone else would see, but it helps me feel more aware of myself. I started trying to journal every day when I studied abroad, and I wrote this on my journal. I don't actually, oh, that's so funny. I just realized that the person who said this is the author of a book that I reviewed for Rect earlier this week, The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry. I don't think this quote is from that book, or I would have recognized that earlier, but it's Gabrielle Zevin, and I think this might be from Elsewhere, which is one of her young adult novels. Learn something new every day. These aren't exactly... I tried to start writing a page every day, and sometimes that's just too much. This is a notebook that you gave me, actually, and I'm using it for the last couple months, since Christmas, actually. Sometimes I end up with May 3rd, 2016. Yes, that does say, seriously debating writing romance novels for a living. I can do that, right? I'm not gonna do that. But I could, right? I'm not gonna do that. Journaling every day has been really good for me. These are the journals that I have kept. Starting with my red one, I then moved on to a black one, and then from this one's actually kind of funny. I wrote to myself on the inside. This is, you can tell, right after college, because I was still particularly dramatic. Not that I'm still dramatic. I'm not quite this. It says, being the thoughts of a 22-year-old in the throes of post-grad life. From one post-grad in the throes of life to another. Writing out my thoughts has been very helpful in my life. I have been keeping journals and diaries for off and on for a long time. I never actually successfully kept them regularly until I started this whole process of trying to write at least a sentence every day, just about something. This is a diary that I did not remember I had, that I got when I was 7. First entry is the day before the 24th in the snow, sun, rain. I think that's supposed to say rain. It's a weird little designy type of thing, right? I was going to break out this 8th grade notebook because it has some really bad 8th grade poetry in it. All right, fine, I'll read just one. Let's see. The first one was about my classmates in 8th grade. There were 6 of us, including me, and we were all girls, and I wrote a stanza for each of us, but I'm not gonna read that. But the second thing in here, second poem, is called 6-lettered words. It wasn't easy, leaving never is. That was the simple part. Blisters, bruises, scrapes, they were all a part of it. It. The 6-lettered words. Moving, change. It was not wanted, came in uninvited, forcing distance, ripping apart, gluing together, changing the pieces of her jigsaw life and changing her in the process. Not all gain, not all loss. Change, moving. Life without it is boring, her mom said. It makes us mature, it strengthens us. It helps us recognize our weaknesses, her dad said. She listened, she learned, she even agreed. Still, she thought, it isn't always fun. It wasn't easy. But, she said, that's life. That was the simple part. Wow. The third one is called New. New clothes, new house, new bed, new sheets. New notebooks, new pillows, new views, new books. Old choices, old thoughts, old ideas, old friends, old movies, old journals, old letters, old life. Life, new, old. Live it all. So there you have it, Basia, from the words of almost maybe about 14-year-old Connor. We moved like 3 days before I turned 14. I have no idea if I wrote this in the 3 days between moving and turning 14 or right after I turned 14. It was definitely that summer though. There you have it. Change. New, old, live it all. Have a wonderful weekend and I will see you on Monday.